Welcome to a second edition of Brad's Beer Reviews. I'm still joined by Big Kev here, Beast Mode Kev on YouTube. Check him out. We are going to do Blue Moon Belgian Wheat. If I can get my hands off there, I'm sure you'd appreciate it. I would be surprised if many of you have not had this beer. It's widely produced under the umbrella of Blue Moon Brewing Company, which is actually Miller Coors. So I know that's automatically going to turn some of you beer snobs off, but I think this is a good beer. Please don't turn my video off. I still love you. But let's face it, some of you are beer snobs. All in all, spoiler alert, I think this is a good beer. Had it many times. But we're going to review it. I'm going to give it an objective review. Interested to see what Kev here has to say because he's not an avid beer drinker. And you know that if you saw the last video, and if you're watching these out of order, then you know that now. I checked it out on Beer Advocate, and I was actually surprised. The Bros give it an 83, which is a good score, and the overall score on Beer Advocate was a 78. According to their website, it is 4.5% alcohol by volume, so your standard beer. Let's see if the bottle says any different, because sometimes it can be off by a little. This bottle says 5.4, so it is a little bit of a difference. Let's go ahead and open it up. Sorry, I'm not a manly man. I have to use my shirt because it hurts, damn it. Oh boy, but they're going to interrupt the video. I believe my wife and his wife and my child are home, so if you hear some, we may have some cameos in the video, because I'm not going to stop it, all right? We're going to do this.
Candid Raw. We'll do it live.
Let's not go too far there. Is this from old Tommy Boy here?
Hey, yes, that's what it is. Chris Farley, R.I.P.
Shout out to Chris Farley. Let's give him a cheers. Cheers to Chris Farley. Let's give it a smell.
I smelled a cologne that smells like that.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Kevin.
I swear.
All right, what do you think?
Interesting. For a drink, the aroma, to me, it's kind of a turnoff. I don't really. I'm curious to what you have to say about it.
All right, so Kevin's already turned off by this beer, as you can see by his face. But that's why we did this video, and the last video. I thought it'd be interesting to get completely different perspectives on the same beer. I get an orange aroma. I get white bread. Very almost non-existent hops. Water. And I'm sure many of you know this is traditionally served with a wedge of orange, which is normally how I would drink it, but we don't have any. Plus, I don't think you can get a fair representation of what the beer itself tastes like if you add that to it, but it is typically garnished with an orange. It's got an orange tint to the beer, cloudy, almost.
I like the color, but the smell, going back to the smell, it's almost, is it the word musk?
Musky.
I'm getting that from it. Not bad necessarily. That's
I can see where you'd get that.
my perspective of it.
On that sniff, it's still an orange scent, but the first couple times I sniffed it, I was getting more of the sweetness of the actual fruit, the juice. That sniff that I just gave it, I got more of the orange peel. Almost like a bitter smell, which is not a bad thing. It means it's a little complex because I got some of both. Let's give it a taste.
Sure.
What do you think, Kev?
Okay, not bad. Now, first of all, for your viewers to know that this is a completely different perspective from my opinion on it. I'm not an avid beer drinker, like Brad said. So, for any viewers out there that may be like me, that's interested in, unique beers and different ones to try. And I'm very picky, in particular, what I drink. Not bad. Trying to decide what exactly I'm getting out of the taste. You may have to lead me there.
I get wheat, which it is a wheat beer, so that's to be expected.
Okay.
More than breadiness. It smelled like a white bread, but I get the wheat taste. I get the sweetness of the orange with a little bitterness.
Yeah, I can taste that.
And the bitterness, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong out there, YouTube, some of you guys might know, but I believe they actually brew this with coriander. So that could be where the bitterness comes from. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to this beer, but that's not a bad thing. All right, now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I do really like this beer, but I also want to be objective on it. And as we all know, sometimes you're just in the mood for a certain beer, and for that point in time, it tastes like the best thing you've ever drank. And then you may have it again, and while it's not bad, you don't enjoy it as much as you did the last time you drank it. And that's kind of what I'm going through today. So I guess all in all, that is a good thing. It means I can be objective on my interpretation of the beer. So if I was going to grade it based off of what it is and no bias, I would have to give this probably a C, maybe a B minus, and that would depend on the day. If I had to, if you watched the last video, we did Tallgrass Pub Ale, which I know is a completely different kind of beer, and sometimes my dad says apples and oranges, and you can't really compare them. And he's right, is you can't compare them as far as style and flavor because they're completely different styles of beer, but I can compare them as in which one would I pick over the other. And like I said, that's going to go by what the mood is for that day. But today, if I had to pick between the two, I would go with the Pub Ale. But this is a good beer. I would say C.
I'm going to go with a C or C minus. Not bad.
I would be interested to see what Kevin has to say about it when he gets one that's very fresh, preferably off the tap with that slice of orange, because to me that just, to steal from Emeril Lagasse's playbook, that just kicks it up a notch.
Yeah.
Bam. But yeah, I guess we're on the same page. C minus. Not a bad beer. Not the best beer I've ever had, but very drinkable. And like I've said many times before, it is what it is. Anything you want to throw out there, Kevin, before we wrap this up?
No, I appreciate you having me on your beer reviews. Like I said, for your viewers out there, I'm sure a majority of your viewers are avid beer drinkers and more knowledgeable than I am. I've learned a lot just by talking to you. So for those that are on the fence of whether to subscribe to Brad, please subscribe, because you're going to learn a lot and get his opinion. And hey, why not? It's very interesting to learn, and maybe it helps you decide what to go to the store to get by listening to Brad here. So,
well, thank you very much, sir, Kevin, and thanks again for joining me. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share this. Let's grow that channel. And I've got more beer reviews coming, so just hang in there. This has been Bads. I've only had maybe 2 beers today, guys, if that, because we split the 2 we've opened. Shut up.
This is the 7th game. It's not a lot of fun.
One of these days, I'm going to do what I like to call drunk beer reviews. We're going to see how interesting that would be. If I can even get the camera on, I may have to get Sobe McSoberson over here to do that when I decide to do that, so somebody can control the camera, or I'll break my phone. But I think that might be fun.
I swear to drunk, he's not God.
Thank you for joining Brad's Beer Reviews, and we will see you next time.